नमस्कार, मैं आपका नर्सिंग ड्रीम्स में स्वागत करती हूँ। आज हम ऑब्स्टेटिक एंड गायनेकोलॉजी के बहुत ही इम्पॉर्टेंट अपकमिंग एग्ज़ाम में आने वाले क्वेश्चन आंसर देखेंगे। इससे पहले अगर आपने हमारे चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब ज़रूर कीजिए और बेल आइकॉन पे क्लिक कीजिए ताकि सारे वीडियोस आप तक पहुँचते रहे। ओके, तो क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 हम क्या देखते हैं। ड्यूरिंग लेबर स्टेशन +1 इंडिकेट्स दैट द presenting part is option A high in the false pelvis, option B on the perineum, option C slightly below the ischial spine, option D slightly above the ischial spine. So correct answer is, इसका क्या होगा correct answer? Slightly below the ischial spine, slightly below the ischial spine. हम नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की ओर बढ़ते हैं। क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, ओरल कॉन्ट्रासेप्टिव आर प्रिस्क्राइब्ड फॉर अ क्लाइंट, व्हाट साइड इफेक्ट शुड द नर्स इन्फॉर्म द क्लाइंट माइट ऑकर। ऑप्शन ए सर्वासाइटिस, ऑप्शन बी ओवरियन सिस्ट, ऑप्शन सी ब्रेक थ्रू ब्लीडिंग, ऑप्शन डी फाइब्रोसिस्टिक ब्रेस्ट डिसीज। द करेक्ट आंसर इज option C, it's a breakthrough bleeding. Breakthrough bleeding is correct answer. Question number 3, menorrhagia means option A excessive bleeding during menstruation, option B bleeding between menstrual period, option C painful menstruation, option D irregular menstruation. The correct answer is option A, excessive bleeding during menstruation. Excessive bleeding during menstruation. Question next, question number 4. A histogram, also called hysterosalpingography, HSG भी बोलते हैं हम उसको, is performed to determine whether there is a tubal obstruction. The nurse concludes that infertility caused by a defect in the tube is most often related to a option A tubal injury, option B past infection, option C fibroid tumor, option D congenital anomalies. The correct answer is it's a past infection. Question number 5. The nurse collecting data on the reproductive system from a female patient is told that the patient has a vaginal discharge that is cottage cheese-like in appearance. The nurse recognizes this is a common sign of option A pelvic inflammatory disease, option B trichomonas vaginalis, option C atrophic vaginitis, option D candida albicans infection. The correct answer is it's a candida albicans infection. Candida albicans infection. Next question, question number 6. Following hysterectomy, the nurse assessing for abnormal bleeding would option A record the number of perineal pad used, option B assess the vital sign every 8 hours, option C place the patient bed in high Fowler's position, option D apply an abdominal binder. The correct answer is record the number of perineal pads used. Record the number of perineal pad used. Next question, question number 7. The nurse instructing a client on breast self-examination explained to the patient that the best time of the month to perform a breast self-examination is option A, before the menstrual period, option B, during the menstrual period, option C, after the menstrual period, option D, on the first day of month. The correct answer is after the menstrual period. After the menstrual period. Question next. Question number 8. A nurse is teaching a group of women about the side effect of different type of contraceptives. What is the most frequent side effect associated with the use of an intrauterine device? It's a IUD. Option A is a tubal pregnancy. Option B, a rupture of the uterus. Option C, an expulsion of the device. Option D, an excessive menstrual flow. Then correct answer is an excessive menstrual flow. An excessive menstrual flow. Next question number 9. A client asks a nurse about the most common problem associated with the use of an intrauterine device. What should the nurse respond? Option A, perforation of uterus. Option B, spontaneous device expulsion. Option C, discomfort associated with the coitus. Option D, development of vaginal infection. The correct answer is spontaneous device expulsion. Spontaneous device expulsion. Next question. Question number 10. A nurse is teaching client to determine the time of ovulation by taking the basal temperature. What expect to occur in basal temperature during ovulation? What changes is expected to occur in the basal temperature during the ovulation? Okay. Option A, slight drop and then rise. Option B, sudden rise and then drop. Option C, marked rise and remain high. Option D, marked drop and remain lower. The correct answer is slightly drop and then rise. Slightly drop and then rise. Next question. Question number 11. Soft tissue X-ray of the breast is, it's a printing mistake, it's not a issue, it's a tissue. Okay, it's a, just a second, it's a tissue, soft tissue X-ray of the breast. Option A, mammoplasty. Option B, mammography. Option C, mastopexy. Option D, cholangiography. The correct answer is option B, it's a mammography. Question number next 12. What is the important for a nurse to discuss with a client who just had a vasectomy? Option A, recanalization of the vas deferens is impossible. B, unprotected coitus is safe within 1 week to 10 days. Option C, some impotency is to be expected for several weeks. Option D, there must be 15 ejaculation to clear the tract of sperm. The correct answer is option D, there must be 15 ejaculation to clear the tract of sperm. There must be 15 ejaculation to clear the tract of sperm. Next question. Question number 13. A nurse teaches a client that a postcoital test to evaluate fertility should be performed 1 week after, option A, 1 week after ovulation, option B, immediately after menses, option C, just before the next menstrual period, option D, within 1 to 2 days of presumed ovulation. The correct answer is within, option D, within 1 to 2 days of presumed ovulation. Within 1 to 2 days of presumed ovulation. Next question, question number 14. A young man who is being treated for infertility is to have a semen analysis. The nurse explained that this test will, option A, determine if he has a sexually transmitted infection, option B, evaluate for a genetic problems, option C, determine if there any urethral obstruction, option D, assess sperm microscopically for a number and motility. The correct answer is option D, assess sperm microscopically for number and motility. Assess sperm microscopically for a number and motility. Next question, question number 15. A nurse is counseling a couple in the fertility clinic. Which aspect of protocol is the most stressful for the couple? Option A, planning when to have an intercourse, option B, obtaining the necessary specimens, option C, visiting the fertility clinic frequently, option D, taking daily basal body temperature. The correct answer is, it's A, planning when to have a intercourse. Planning when to have a intercourse. Next question, question number 16. A nurse at the fertility clinic is counseling a couple about the test that will be needed to determine the cause of their infertility. Which test should the nurse describe that will evaluate the woman's organ of reproduction? It's option A, biopsy, option B, cystogram, option C, fluoroscopy, option D, hysterosalpingogram. The correct answer is option D, hysterosalpingogram. Hysterosalpingogram. Next question, question number 17. A client who has a diagnosis of endometriosis is concerned about the side effect of hot flushes from her prescribed medication. She tells the nurse that her mother found them very uncomfortably during her menopause. Which medication caused this side effect? Option A, estrogen, option B, leuprolide, option C, diclofenac, option D, argonovine. The correct answer is, it's a leuprolide. Next question, question number 18. At 6-week gestation, a client is diagnosed with gonorrhea. What medication does a nurse expect the healthcare provider to prescribe? Option A, ceftriaxone, option B, levofloxacin, option C, sulfasalazine, option D, trimethoprim. Correct answer is ceftriaxone. Ceftriaxone.